our very, very special presentations.
Wait, Tejas, we give so many presentations throughout the year. What makes this one so special?
Well, there's a couple reasons why this one's so special. First, right now we're here with both the Kimball Jaguar project and the Bulldog project. So you're getting our full message and our full impact and the best of both of our clubs.
Next, a lot of our members went to Jefferson when they were in middle school too, so we are super excited to be back here with you guys today.
Along with this, there's so many people here today who mean so much to our clubs and have helped us spread our message and get us to the point of where we are today. So please, I'm going to list off some community leaders' names, and please clap, give them a huge round of applause at the end. Mayor Rickman, Pekari, Mizuno, the mayor's wife, Rickman, and Marshall Rose, who I don't believe is here yet, but he will be here soon. Marshall Rose. You know, Kritika, I heard that Jefferson is the best middle school in Tracy. I don't know, guys. Is it true? Is Jefferson the best middle school in Tracy?
I don't know. That was sort of quiet.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. In my opinion, you guys can do it so much better than that. Let's hear it one more time. So now you know how we started and how we got to where we are today. But to talk a bit more specific about what our clubs do, I wanted to tell you guys our club mission statement. For those of you who don't know, a club mission statement is a brief statement or summary that sums up why a club or organization was started. Our club's mission statement reads, we strive to be positive role models that spread awareness on safety and bullying to inspire a more loving environment for every student, regardless of race, sexuality, background, and social class. So some things I want you guys to focus on when thinking about what our clubs do is the fact that we understand that every student is different, but we know that it's these differences that make us unique and beautiful as individuals. Along with this, we want to tell you guys, no matter who you are, you have the right to have a safe, healthy, and happy education, and we're here to make sure that happens. Now, before we continue, there's one more person that I want to thank a bit more especially for what he's doing for us currently. Mizuno is a community leader who has helped out the Bulldog project so much by fundraising for us for the Tracy Dancing with the Stars event. So can I please call him up here to say a few words?
To
Well, without further ado, I think it's time to bring out our first speakers. So can I ask Marissa, Jackie, and Analia to join Kritika up on stage to talk about mental health?
Alright guys, so as I said earlier, my name is Kritika and I'm a junior at Kimball High School. So a big thing that we talk about at Jaguar Project and Bulldog Project is mental health. From a show of hands, can I say how many of you guys know what a mental illness is? Alright, that's pretty good. So for those of you who don't know, a mental illness is a disorder that can affect your mood, thinking, and behavior. From things such as depression and anxiety to so much more, mental illnesses are something that's bound to affect most of us at some point or another in our lives. But the thing is, we don't really learn much about them growing up. And the reason for that is that a lot of people think a mental illness isn't anything more than being sad for a short period of time. But in reality, mental illnesses are a lot like being physically sick. People with mental illnesses can have symptoms, go to doctors, take medicine, and most importantly, they can recover. So as you listen to our speakers today, I want you guys to pay attention. And I mean really pay attention. Even if you haven't struggled with a mental illness at this point in your life, we're giving you guys a lot of very valuable information that you might need someday. So without further ado, I'm going to pass the mic over to my friend Marissa.
Hi everyone, my name is Marissa. I'm a senior at Kimball High School, so this is my last and final presentation here with Jaguar Project. So since the beginning of high school, I always wanted to be a perfectionist. I'm a student athlete, so I wanted to be the best I can on and off the field. And especially in the classroom, I would always spend time studying and working on projects the night before I was due and staying up super late because I am an AP student, so I do take advanced classes. I would go to the next day and watch all the presentations, and I would always see someone's presentation that was better than mine, and that would make me disappointed in myself. So I would go home and do the project all over again until it was perfect. Now, being perfect can really take a toll on your mental health, and you start to think of all the flaws. I'm also a student athlete, so that means I have a lot of coaches in my life. And some coaches aren't always the best. They always point out stuff you could do wrong, like I play softball, so it's always make sure your throws are right, or make sure you have a level swing. And that can also get in your head, on and off the field. You always think of stuff that, how can I be better? How can I do the best I can? And so then that also took a toll when it came to my social life. I always compared myself to other people and how I wasn't perfect or I didn't look a certain way. And that made me realize that I was becoming really anxious, but I never knew what it was called because no one talked about mental health. I never had Jaguar Project, Bulldog Project come to a middle school and talk about it. Mental health was kind of rare and I didn't really know what I was going through, so I decided to talk to someone because I realized that I wasn't alone. And there's a lot more people like me who are feeling anxious and scared to talk about how they were feeling. And being with friends and taking time for yourself is really important. School is a lot and it's going to be struggle and it's going to be really hard, but you have to learn that your mental health is just as important in making sure that you're okay. You're not alone, and if you ever feel not happy all the time or not the best you can, it's always okay to talk to someone. Jackie has a few ways on how to help that.
Hi guys, my name is Jackie and I'm also a senior at Kimball High School, and I'm in a club called HOSA, which is Health Occupation Students of America, and we compete in medical events and learn about science. And at our age, mental health is really important because if we don't start learning how to take care of ourselves now, it's going to be hard to take care of ourselves later. You know, listening to Marissa's experience, it's really common for people to compare themselves to others and think that they're not doing their best. But in the end, you have to learn that we all work at our own paces in life and that you shouldn't worry about being different from everyone else. I dealt with a similar experience where I used to put myself down for not trying my best in school, and it really brought down my self-esteem. But in the end, I realized that I have my own track in life and I should strive for success. Many people think that mental health is about the negatives, like being sad or depressed. But mental health is also about the positives, like bringing each other up or spreading positivity to get rid of the negativity. There's a huge stigma around mental health that it doesn't exist, or people think that they shouldn't take action towards it. Well, this isn't just a problem in middle schools or high schools, it's a problem of people of all ages. In my club, we like to take action towards those types of people and help them understand that what mental health is and what mental illnesses are and how it can affect a person. We want to work together, and there's a lot of people working together to break the stigma, and we want you guys to be a part of it in the future and now to help bring awareness to mental health. Thank you, and I'm going to hand it off to my friend Anali.
Hello. For those who don't know me, my name is Anali Kritika. I'm a cheerleader in the Ag Science Academy and also in leadership. If there's one thing that we want you to take from our presentation is that you're truly never alone. Both Bulldog and Jaguar Project know that school and life can be really stressful and difficult at times. So with saying that, I want you guys to make a promise. I want you guys to continue to take care of yourselves along with take care of others and check in on your friends. There's also, if you they said there's also anybody that you can talk to. Just go up and ask them for help. Most of you guys have gone to school together for years and will continue to go to school together within high school. With saying that, I want you guys to make school a better place, stay together, and ask if they need help. Thank you.
Thank you guys for that very impactful real talk. So just to kind of go over what they said, it's always important to remember that in high school and in life, you'll never be alone.
So next we're going to have Zach come up and talk to you guys about his experiences in high school and what you guys can learn from them.
How you guys doing? So my name is Zach, I'm a senior at Tracy High, and I'm here to talk about my learning jacket, but a little more about that a little bit. Bulldog Project selected a volunteer to come up here and talk to. Let's bring him up. All right, let's hear it for him. All right, so what's your name?
Braylon.
All right, what rank are you in?
7.
All right, Braylon, I want to give you a little something. Here's a Bulldog Project t-shirt, sticker, and sunglasses. So you can look a little more like our Bulldog Project family and Kimball Jaguar Project. So can you put the sunglasses or sticker or whatever you want on right now real quick? Okay. And while you're doing that, I'm going to give you my Letterman jacket too. Away from all the cold and all the rain, but it does a lot more than that. This jacket took over 5,000 hours to get. 5,000 hours. That's a little more than a year. Actually, that's a little closer to a year and a half. All right, here we go. All right, looks pretty good on you. All right, so a little bit about this. This is a music team. I'm in the performing arts band. Let's step a little over this way so people can actually see a little more. So, and this is the sports. So I did soccer, swim, and track, and this is the 100-hour community service program. This is the also part of the music program. I'm part of the performing arts band. I play violin. Yes, it's a little dorky, but still, I love playing violin. And this is for Bulldog Project itself. Each of these events took a lot of hard work. And what's funny on it is that I used to be about his size. Have you heard of the saying, those are big shoes to fit?
Yes.
Alright, so that's metaphorically, that's what it's like this with the jacket. This is a big jacket on him to fit. But he's going to grow into it, he's going to grow as a person. And when he's growing as a person, you plan on growing as a person though?
Heck yeah.
Okay, good. So as he's growing as a person, he's going to be experiencing a lot. That experiencing a lot is high school. So when you're going through high school, I'm here to remind you that to stay on the right path, when you're going to stay on the right path, that means staying away from drugs, alcohol, anti-bullying. That's one big thing that really affected me was bullying in high school, in my early ages. So when you're going through high school, make sure you stay true to yourself and you're coming together as a family and making sure that you bring each other up, like what we were just talking about, bring each other up and coming together. You plan on going to college, right?
Yes.
All right, good. So when you're going to college, you have an application to get into it. One of those things that they were just talking about, that you have all these different things that you have to get to. Because you have these certain qualifications, they'll make you more tractable to college is to say. So if you were to bully, or if you were to bring others down, or if you were to do something bad that you were not supposed to, that would not be good in high school, that would make you less attractive to college. You wouldn't be able to go to college. You wouldn't be able to get a job. You wouldn't be able to live a happy life. We all want to live happy lives, right? Yeah. There we go. Come on, let's hear it. You guys want to live happy lives? Yeah. There we go. So to live a happy life, you guys have to stay on the right path through the entire, what are you guys, 5th grade, right? Yeah. From 5th grade to 8th grade here. Be a true Wildcat. Be a true Jefferson Wildcat. Wherever your next step is, if you go to Tracy, make sure you guys stay true to yourselves. Make sure you guys stay Bulldogs, whoever you are. And going on from there, wherever your next step is, make sure you guys stay true to yourself and stay on the right path. Thank you.
Thank you, Zach, for that very impactful and inspiring talk.
So we know that a lot of you guys are probably going to be scared in the next few years going into high school, but we really want to show you guys everything that's fun about high school. So we're going to have a little skit to show that to you guys.
Oh my gosh, I can't believe high school's almost over. I'm gonna miss everyone so much.
Yeah, graduation was so much fun, but I know I'm definitely gonna miss high school, and I'm so glad I made some memories here.
Yeah, looking back, we made a lot of fun memories at school.
I'll never forget the first football game I ever went to, the homecoming game.
Honestly, I had a blast this homecoming week.
Guys, homecoming week has been so awesome. I mean, it was pretty stressful to plan, but looking back at it, it was totally worth it.
The homecoming game was so much fun to watch, and the student section was full of so many people.
Yeah, it was so great. Remember when Matt intercepted Riley's pass?
The dance after the game was so much fun. Dancing and relaxing with my friends is the perfect way to end homecoming week, and the music was so lit.
And we can't forget about the night rally either. Remember all those great performances? And the homecoming choir got all dressed up and looked amazing.
Yeah, leadership did a really good job during the whole week, and other great events like rallies and spirit weeks.
Oh yeah, remember Unity Week?
Unity Week is all about embracing our cultures and our diversity.
Yeah, all week during lunch, different clubs like Bhangra, API, and K-pop performed dances at lunch and to show off their cultures.
And at the end of the week, we have a big Unity festival after school.
Each club comes out, shows some food of their culture, performs for the whole school. It's so much fun.
Yeah, Unity Week is a great chance for all of us to show that it really is our differences that make us unique and bring us together.
Those events were a lot of fun, but do you remember what we used to do on those fun Friday nights?
Yeah, I'll never forget those close football and basketball games. Those were always the best way to end the week.
On Friday nights, the basketball and football teams always hype up the crowd and put on a great show.
The games are super fun. You guys should always show up and show your school spirit.
That's true. You really do make all your favorite memories under the Friday night lights.
Last but not least, we can't forget about the most magical night of all, prom.
Yeah, it was so much fun, getting to dress up with all my friends and dancing all night long.
Looking back at it, I kind of remember being a freshman and wanting to rush through it all, but now that I'm here, I'm kind of sad that it's over.
And before we go today, I have one piece of advice for you guys. Make sure that you make the best of your time in high school and make as many memories as you can. Thank you.
Wow, I thought that skit was amazing. It really showed me all the different things that are going to come up in high school and things that I'm really excited about.
So next we're going to be So we're gonna do a little activity. Can I have everyone close their eyes, please? All right, make sure you're not peeking, okay? This is really important. I want you to raise your hand if you've ever been bullied before. Now open your eyes. Look around, guys, that's a lot of you. I bet you're looking at some of the people and you would have never guessed that they've been bullied before. So when we have our speakers come up to you guys and talk to you about bullying next, I want you to really pay attention. Thank you.
Hi everyone, I'm Arriola. I'm a senior at Tracy High. I'm in the Performing Arts Magnet, and today I'm going to tell you guys a little bit about a girl named Audrey Potts. Audrey Potts was a 15-year-old girl who went to high school in the Bay Area, which is super close to us. How many of you guys have gone to the Bay Area with your family on weekends? See, it's super close to us. So Audrey went to Saratoga High School, and one day she decided to go to a party with a group of friends that she had known for a really long time. At this party, she drank too much and passed out. While she was passed out, a group of boys violated her and sexually assaulted her. During the assault, they proceeded to take pictures of their attack. The next Monday, Audrey went to high school, and all of her friends that she usually sat with at lunch left her alone, and she was all by herself. When she found out that the pictures were posted to social media, she went home and made a Facebook post that said, "My life is over." Then she proceeded to take her own life. That day, Audrey's mom, Sheila Potts, created the Audrey Potts Foundation.
Hi guys, my name is Shannon. I'm a junior at Kimball High School. I'm involved in CSF and secretary for Jaguar project. Now, as Ariana said, in this story, if we take a look at it, do you guys think that if someone who saw those pictures of Audrey online reported them, do you think she would still be here with us today? Yes, she probably would. Now let's say if someone were to see that post and they would maybe talk to her, maybe comfort Audrey, maybe sit with her at lunch, what do you guys think? Yeah, because she's in a critical time in her life right now, and all of her friends, the people that she trusted, left her. Now I want you guys to look at each and every one of you, the people around you. You guys are going to be in each other's lives for a long time, making a big impact on each other. We need to be there for each other. Most of our lives are going to be in school, and we're going to be around these people. These people are going to be family. You guys are going to have 4 years with each other in high school, and then who knows how many people you guys will still communicate with, right? Now, so as Ariana said, Audrey's parents created the Audrey Potts Foundation, and then were successful in passing Senate Bill 838, which says that basically, if anybody under the age of 18 were to conduct a sexual act upon someone else, they will be tried as an adult. Now, what does that mean? That means that their name is going to be out in the public. That means their scholarships, their college acceptances, everything is going to be taken away from them. This will follow them for the rest of their life. Now, these boys thought that just because they were under 18, nothing could happen to them. But Senate Bill 838 says otherwise. Now, Audrey's story is not something that happens once in a lifetime. It happens to us, around us, every single day. Recently, a documentary came out called Surviving R. Kelly, talks and focuses about victims of sexual assault. And throughout this documentary, the parents and friends and family all talk about how if someone were to report what was going on, then their child could be saved. Thank you.
Hey guys, my name is Alyssa. I'm a senior at Tracy High. I'm co-secretary of Bulldog project and ASA secretary at Tracy High School. So we're going to watch a video about the consequences that the boys received who sexually assaulted Audrey Potts. The video is about a minute long, so please pay attention.
And an apology from two South Bay teenagers accused in the death of Audrey Potts. She's the teenager who took her own life after a sexual assault that involved cell phone images. KPIX5 Sharon Chin on the unusual terms of the surprise legal settlement. Sharon?
Ellen, this wrongful death case was headed to trial next week, but today, a deal. It's one designed to clear Audrey's name tragedy. The story made national headlines after Audrey passed out at a house party in 2012. She was sexually assaulted. She awoke to nasty messages written on her body. There were also cell phone photos shared among some classmates at Saratoga High. In court today, 2 teenagers identified as John B. and John R. admitted their role in the attack, and they apologized for everything that happened after. The false rumors and the humiliation that her parents say drove Audrey to commit suicide. As part of the settlement, the boys' families will pay $950,000, but there's also this. The teenagers will be part of a documentary. They'll be required to do interviews and talk honestly about what happened. What's more, each will have to make 10 presentations at high schools about the dangers of drinking, sexting, nude photos, and shaming. In their apology today, the teenagers called Audrey, quote, a good and principled person who did not deserve what happened to her. A third teenage boy reached a settlement with the Pop family last month. In the newsroom, Sharon Chin, KPIX 5.
Okay, so as we can see in the video, those boys have to pay $950,000, and that's almost $1 million. Do you guys have $1 million laying around? I don't think so. That's a lot of money. So, what we want you to take back from this video is that your actions have consequences. Audrey Potts knew these kids and trusted them, but her peers didn't have her back. We want you guys to have each other's backs. So, watch out for your peers and watch out for each other. Thank you.
Dasari. I'm a senior at Tracy High School. I'm a part of the IB program and also co-president of Bulldog Project. And based upon what Ariana, Janet, and Morgan said, there's one big message we want you guys to take. And if you look over there at those signs, you see the phrase, see something, say something. And that's extremely important. We want you guys to learn that if you see something happening on campus, someone getting bullied, someone getting harassed, you must say something. Say something to a trusted adult, a teacher, your principal, anyone on campus, because the people that work at school and the people who are your teachers and the people that educate you, they're here for you. So just understand you must always see something and say something. Thank you. Thank you guys so much for listening so carefully to Audrey's story and the message that it brings. The story of Audrey Pott is one that's very important for the Bulldog Project, and that we plan to continue to share for many more years.
Now, I know we've had a lot of speakers today, and you guys have been such an amazing audience, but now it's time to do something a little bit more fun. We're going to show you guys one of our favorite memories of high school, a real high school rally. Can I get Sabrina, Lexi, and Joan up here, please?
Hey guys, my name is Sabrina, and I'm the Vice President of the Jaguar Project. So I'm going to be teaching you guys a chant today that we use all throughout high school to better ourselves. So I want everyone to stand up and help me out. Perfect, thank you. Are you guys ready? I don't think that was loud enough. Are you guys ready? That's better. I
there's an idea that with social media, the things you post are going to disappear after a certain time. But we're here to tell you that's not true. The things you post on social media when you're in 3rd or 4th grade can still haunt you today, and they're going to follow you for the rest of your life. So today, the 3 of them are going to give you guys specific examples about how people's past social media behaviors have negatively affected their future.
We know it's really hard to understand about safety on social media unless there's specific examples. So we want to tell you about some things that have happened to our school and people we know. So recently at Tracy High, we had an incident on Snapchat where this person posted a racist video. This video was then screen recorded and then posted everywhere. This racist video will always follow him throughout his life, and it went viral. He did apologize, but no matter what apology he can give, and no matter what he tried to do, he can never take that video back. So what ends up happening is when he applies to college or when he applies for a new job, when you look up his name, you can see that video, and that video will always follow him throughout anything he does in life.
The false idea that what we do in our past does not affect our future is seen through social media. What we post on social media will always come back to haunt us. This is seen in Kyler Murray's story. He is a famous college football player who is now in the NFL draft. A couple years back, he posted some things on social media that are not coming back to haunt him. This will not affect his success in the league. Now we're going to show a short video that tells Kyler Murray's story.
Supposed to be the perfect night for Heisman winner Kyler Murray, but just hours after being voted college football's best player, he was forced to apologize after some old tweets came back to haunt him. This morning, a star quarterback known for his dominant offense is now playing defense, just hours after etching his name into college football lore. Oklahoma quarterback Kyler Murray's Saturday to Remember quickly turned sour after tweets he posted as a teenager containing offensive language resurfaced. According to multiple reports, some of Murray's posts contained homophobic slurs. The tweets were deleted after he hoisted college football's top individual award. Then the 21-year-old responded online, writing, "I apologize for the tweets that have come to light tonight from when I was 14 and 15. I used a poor choice of words that doesn't reflect who I am or what I believe. I did not intend to single out any individual or group." Murray is just the latest public figure to face controversy over his past behavior on social media.
So I just got a call from the academy, and that call basically said, "Kevin, apologize for your tweets of old, or we're going to have to move on from those."
Just last week, old tweets and comedy routines poking fun at gay people cost Kevin Hart his shot at hosting the 2019 Oscars.
In that video, we also saw a segment on Kevin Hart, another public figure who had his past mistakes on social media come back to haunt him. This just goes to show that no matter where we are in our future lives, poor decisions that we make on social media can always come back and affect our lives. Although this video specifically addresses Snapchat and Twitter, this goes for all social media apps, even Facebook and Instagram. The main message that needs to be taken away from this portion of the Real Talk is that we need to be aware and realize what we post on social media and comment will be there forever and can always come back and affect our lives negatively in the future. Thank you.
Thank you guys for listening. The biggest thing I want you guys to understand in that Real Talk is that social media is forever. And you should always think twice before you post anything on social media. Whether it's a comment, a post, or even something that you like. Next, we're going to call up our next speakers, so please join us on stage.
because unlike a lot of my Filipino friends, I don't necessarily understand nor do I speak Filipino. But when it comes to hanging out with some of my other friends, I struggle because of some cultural things that just follow me and influence like my daily life. And so I struggled with that throughout a lot of my life. And so a few months ago, I was doing some work or an internship I had, and this man comes up on the street out of nowhere. I'm just standing there, and he says, and he taps me on the shoulder. He walks up to me, and he says, "Foreigners don't belong here." And I was like, "Wait, what?" And before anything happened, he just walks away, and I'm just standing there like, "Why would you say that? I was born here. I was raised here. People just can't say that." So when it comes to things with racism, and that's in a way just triggered something inside of me where I felt just super sad and disappointed in things around me. Because growing up in Tracy, a lot of people here were people of color. Where you always see someone of a different race. And a lot of times we don't think that these things happen, but they do happen. So with racism and just growing up, it's just important to embrace yourself, embrace your culture, and remember who you are, where you come from, and just embrace all of that, because that makes you who you are. And who you are is very special, very unique, and it's valuable.
Hey everyone, my name is Tejas. I'm senior class president at Kimball High School, and I wanted to say that growing up here in America, and especially in California, we're surrounded by a variety of cultures. So when you look around, you don't really feel all that different. Well, one time I was with my cousin in a parking lot of some store here in Tracy, and we got into an argument with this man, and things got a little heated, and he looked at me and said 4 words I never thought I'd hear. He said, "Go back to India." Eventually, we made our peace and went our separate ways, but I was still shocked about what he said to me. I started thinking having Indian parents wasn't cool, or that I had to be more like a typical American kid to fit in. I'm standing up here today to tell you that I was wrong. Your ethnicity doesn't make you any less of a person, but instead, it makes you who you are. My ethnicity and my culture, they are going to make me different, but it also gives me the opportunity to be unique and lead my life the way I want to.
I know that some of us may not embrace our culture because we don't speak the language or follow the traditions. I know for me growing up it was a little hard because my family came from Mexico and they have the Mexican culture, but I don't speak Spanish, so it was a bit hard for me to understand everything, and I also couldn't follow the American culture fully. But I want you all to know that it's okay to embrace your culture and to feel united with everyone around you.
Thank you guys for that powerful real talk. Now please remember, just as they were saying, it's truly our differences and who we are that make us unique and make us special. So always remember that throughout your life.
Next up, we have a couple of very special speakers with us today. If everyone could please give their full attention to Mayor Rickman.
How's everybody doing? Kimball High School. I'm going to have to make this short today, but we have a town of approximately 94,000 people, and we are one of the safest cities in the entire region. And one of the reasons we are such a safe city is because of the connections that we have with each other. In Tracy, it's just like when I was a kid at your age, we take care of each other in good times, in bad times we take care of each other. When it's time to celebrate, we celebrate. It's that hometown pride, right? For Tracyites. You see this sign over here, see something, say something, and do the right thing. And we talked that will help that situation in the future. Because you know what, if you look around you, your friends that you have here now will probably be your friends for the rest of your life. In fact, we talked about when I graduated from high school, right? Miss Gates and Mr. Spikes, we graduated from high school together. So I know when they were I know when Mr. Spikes had hair. One thing that we look at when we look at crime, for example, we want to find some information, is social media. Whatever you put on social media, whatever you put in your phone, we can find. Whatever you send out there into the internet, it will be there forever. We have a way of finding it. So if you don't want to, if you don't want your, well, let's see, if you're going to send something that your parents wouldn't approve of, don't send it, because it can't come back and bite you later on in life. It could be 10 years from now, you're applying for a job, say you want to come work for the mayor's office. We look at the internet and we see these pictures. It's probably going to be embarrassing to you, right? Something you're probably not proud of, so don't do that. But I'm going to leave you with this today. You guys are our leaders in this school. Help your fellow classmates, and let's keep Tracy strong. So thank you very much and have a great afternoon.
Now we're going to have Councilmember Arriola come up and talk to you guys.
All right, hello everybody. So I'm going to keep it quick today. My name is Councilman Arriola, and I also grew up in the city of Tracy. I went to West High School, and after that I went on to UCLA and USC Law School. And then I came right back here to Tracy because this is the town that I wanted to help out. What I want to tell you is that last year I decided to run for office, and I became the youngest person ever to win an election in the history of the city of Tracy. So what I want all of you guys to know, what I want every single one of you guys to know today is that no matter how young you are, no matter where you come from, no matter the color of your skin or anything like that, I need each of you to walk away from today knowing that your voice matters. All right? All Audrey Potts needed was one person to step up and speak their voice, and each of you has that power to do that today. You guys believe me? Perfect. All right, but I'm also a lawyer, so I gotta be the bad guy today too, and I gotta tell you one quick thing. All of you guys probably have cell phones, right? So something we need to talk about, and it's gonna be very quick. It's about having nude photos on your phone. If you have nude photos on your phone, let me put it this way. If you walk into this room and you have some cocaine in your pocket, what crime have you committed? You're in possession of drugs. If on your cell phone right now there are nude photos, even of yourself, you are in possession of child pornography. That is a crime, it is a felony. Now, what if you have drugs in your pocket and you give it to your friend? What crime have you committed? You have distributed drugs. So if you're on your phone and you text a nude photo to somebody, even your boyfriend or your girlfriend, what crime have you committed? You have distributed child pornography, even if it's a picture of yourself. All right, so I don't want to scare you guys, but I need you guys to understand it's really important. And just like the mayor said, we can find out on your phone when these things happen. All we need is subpoenas. We can get every text, every photo, everything. And we just want you guys to be safe, okay? At the end of the day, be safe, do the right thing, and thank you guys. Have a great day today.
Thank you.
Hey guys! So today we're going to be showing you a skit that shows you the importance of always making choices in high school. This is Lexi and she's going to be a senior. She's going to face many challenges, but she knows if she stays focused, she can accomplish anything. Now, action.
Oh my gosh. Hey, Lexi. Hey. We heard you're captain of the varsity soccer team. Do you want to come with us to a party this weekend?
Wait, aren't you the girls that are super mean to everyone at school?
Yeah, but that was like so long ago, and you're popular now. Yeah, wear your cutest outfit. There will be alcohol, and most importantly, there will be a lot of cute guys.
We'll text you the address and we can pick you up. I'm not sure if I should go. Maybe I can ask these people?
Yeah, you should totally go.
Yeah, I can't wait to go out and get lit.
I'm gonna be drinking, but I'm a good drunk driver, so don't worry about it. I'll send the Addy.
Alright, now I'm really confused. I want to go, but it doesn't sound like they're going to be making safe choices.
Oh my gosh, no. You should definitely not go to the party. I never drink or do drugs.
Drugs? What drugs? I don't do any drugs.
Wait, what's a weed?
I have no idea. I do not drink. I just don't go to parties because there's a lot of crazy people that do crazy things.
I'm super excited about the party, but I'm not gonna drink or anything.
Neither will I. I just want to have a good time with my friends.
Yeah, to be honest, I don't really know why people drink to have fun at parties.
I mean, I'm going to the party, but I gotta be home at 8 because I'm trying to hop off some Fortnite, you feel me?
The main goal is to have fun with my friends, but we can't let high school be the highlight of our lives. There is so much more ahead of us.
Lexi went to the party and she was able to go and stay safe and have fun. Now fast forward to when college acceptance letters come out.
Special delivery for Lexi and us. It's for you.
Thank you. Oh wow, I got accepted to USC. I was able to stay focused, hang out with the right people, and was careful about what I posted online. I thought twice.
Lexi thought twice. What was she able to do?
Thank you guys for listening to that final skit of ours. And unfortunately, that brings us to the end of our presentation. But before we go, there's some things that we have to say. First off, we want to thank Jefferson School and Miss Wooten for letting us come and putting on this great presentation for you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Now, as we mentioned earlier, today is a very special presentation because it's the last one for our graduating seniors. So can we please call up all of our graduating seniors real quick to get recognized? Okay, hi everyone, my name is
Mr. and Mrs. T, and Derek, and everyone that is helping put on this program. But I want to wish our seniors the best. You are wonderful role models for our children, and I know that you're going to continue this work as you move on to college. So let's give everyone, please, one more huge round of applause. And remember, if you see something you need to say something. 8th grade, out the back door. 6th grade, front door. 5th and 7th, point for your teacher.
Get in the picture, you guys. Get in the picture. You gotta squeeze in. You gotta squeeze in.